Hello everybody and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. In the last episode we did 2 entire worlds, and even then it was a little bit of a short episode. We did Land of Dragons and Beast Castle both. Granted, all the bosses we faced were fairly easy. So today we're going to do Port Royal and probably Olympus Coliseum as well. I think Port Royal is a slightly more complicated and longer world than the worlds we did last episode. I don't remember what we'll have to do in Olympus Coliseum, but I feel like it's probably going to be not much longer or shorter than we did last episode. So it's probably going to just be those 2 worlds today. Maybe we'll add in another one, but I don't know. I think Agrabah definitely is a bit of a longer world as well. Halloween Town I think is fairly short. So probably next episode we'll do both of those and the Pride Lands. But this episode, just 2 worlds. That is what I'm thinking right now anyway. Maybe that's not what we're going to end up doing. That being said, hopefully the game doesn't crash here. It doesn't, because we have to defeat pirates, and pirates do not get randomized for reasons. That's very loud for me. For you guys, it isn't, because it shouldn't be anyway. Yeah. Still annoyed by the fact that I can't go into the menu and equip the better Keyblade, really. The Decisive Pumpkin. But the Ultimate Weapon will do. It'll do. It won't be great, but it'll do. Suddenly there's a dance here. Apparently the battles you fight on the ship do have randomized heartless. Are there usually heartless in here? That has to be, because otherwise why would there be a dancer in our body out of nowhere? It's a little bit weird. I thought it's literally only pirates on the ship fights, but clearly I'm misremembering. Maybe usually those heartless are so insignificant that I don't even notice them. Just like shadows or something. That's a very probable answer. Isn't there any chests around here? I don't think so. So let's keep going. Oh, this dude did not get randomized. I'm assuming that means he is not going to get randomized in the final fight either then, which makes sense because of his gimmick. If you put him in any other place, he'd be either, well, his gimmick would be gone, or he'd be impossible to beat. So that's a little bit too bad, honestly. I was kind of hoping that that wouldn't be the case, but I understand why this guy doesn't get randomized. There's still a possibility that he does get randomized. Though a small one, there is a possibility. He's not going to get randomized. I'm very sorry. We get a maximum MP increase, which we should really be using a little bit more magic. And I should really be equipping Cure into my quick shortcut menu. Because I've had Cure for like 3 episodes now, I think, and I still haven't used it. I've used it once through the magic menu, because I still don't have it in my customizable shortcut menu. So let's do that right now, after we save state. I said after we save state. Customize, Sora. We don't need the potions anymore. Let's put Cure there instead. Magnet, Thunder, and Reflect. That all works out the way I wanted to. And yeah, so we're at a new location, so we should be looking out for chests. There you go. Sliding dash. I think that's the 4th time we've gotten that ability so far. You know what, I don't really care about these pirates too much because they're really annoying to deal with. I do care about this chest though, because Flare Force, I think that's also the 3rd time or something we have that. Maybe the 2nd time? We've definitely gotten it before though, which is like my main point here. So yeah, pirates don't get randomized, they're kind of boring. But we've got chests here actually, so I can't cut ahead. Midnight Anklet, can't even equip that because I don't even know why I'm opening chests anymore. I said that last episode, because they could potentially have magic upgrades in them. Fenrir. That's a good Keyblade for Valor form. Too bad I can't go into the menu to equip it, or have Valor form, or could use Valor form if I had it anyway. So, yeah. It's a really good Keyblade, which usually fairly difficult to get, because you do need to beat Sephiroth for it. But, yeah, it's not going to be very useful for us right now, sadly. Okay, so now we need to receive the medallions from the nobodies. I think there's 4 in total. Usually, I think they're dancers. Yeah, no. They're those gambling dudes because Luxor is in this world, which are a little bit more annoying to get. They're going to be randomized into different enemies with the medallions, so that's actually going to become somewhat more easy, I want to say. I think we just go back there and find more medallions now. It's been a while since I played Kingdom Hearts 2, okay? Okay, so we need to find 3 more medallions within 30 seconds. Otherwise, we get just booted out. Lost Illusion. I don't mind if I do. That's 1 medallion. Please tell me the timer resets when I find the medallion. It does not. That is bullshit. Okay, so here it's per map. So here I have 2 minutes. And that is literally the easiest heartless in the universe. 1 more medallion to go. Which has to be in this last map, right? It's not. So then where is it? Is it one of the pirates? Please don't let it be one of the pirates. I don't like the pirates. None of you seem to have a medallion. Is it just not in this specific area? That's kind of likely, actually. I'm just gonna go ahead and look around. Get some experience as well, because we're a little bit underleveled. We have very powerful equipment, very powerful abilities, but we're a little bit underleveled. We're supposed to be level 36 and we crashed. We're supposed to be level 36 and we're level 32, I think. So that's the kind of heartless that was. I was wondering. Apparently there's also a chest back here which I didn't find last time with a champion belt. And yet another chest over here with a Lost Illusion. I wonder what happens when the time runs out. We will never find out because apparently we're going back to the Black Pearl. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that the last medallion is in one of these last 2 maps. This is where we fight the boss, so I'm guessing it might be in here. And there we have the last medallion. I was 100% right. That's it. So I think now we go fight a boss. So after all, this world is actually not that much longer than I thought it was. So it's pretty short as well. Yeah, especially since this fight, as I thought, didn't actually get randomized. So I don't necessarily know that it's worth my time to do this on screen because, well, for obvious reasons, it's not randomized. You've probably seen this a million times before. Also, I don't like this boss. There's 1 medallion missing, and this is why I don't like this boss. Where's at last? I've got it, never mind. And now he's normal again, so we can absolutely destroy him. Thing is, obviously it's not going to be that easy, because I think he's got a certain HP trigger, which triggered right about now, I think. Yeah. And there we go, second time around, yet another bar to a bar and a half of damage, before he goes back to stealing my medallions and making my life miserable again, because that's just what this boss fight does. Actually, I'm doing more damage this time around than I thought I was going to, and now he's invincible, so he's going to steal some medallions any moment now. With some, I mean literally all of them, because DM, that's, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, he's also immune to magic now, because why wouldn't you be? You're not, never mind. You were just immune to magic for a quick moment. If I can just get some medallions into here, I can probably trick him into using the reaction command opening. Also, I just need to wait for my MP to come back, which is another reason I don't like this boss. You can hit him and he drops MP orbs, but still, well, it helps a lot, but that doesn't make the boss design itself any more fun, necessarily. And with that, I think we got him, because there's no way he's gonna go into another DM from this range, right? Yeah. Drive gauge power up, such a useful thing. I think we're at like 16. We can't even use drive forms. Or 16 gauges, for that matter. But we're getting a lot of MP increases, which I think there's no cap on that, so that is nice. Time for Olympus Coliseum, battle level 39. I think we're about 33 at the moment. So again, slightly underleveled somehow, but I don't really care. Did we do this last time? I think we did. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction right now, by the way. I think I am. I'm assuming I need to go see Hades, but honestly, I don't know. I also just realized why I'm so underleveled, because I do tend to skip a lot of enemies when I'm just like moving around because I don't know what to do. Turns out, Hades, not the man we needed to see. So I'll just go up to the Colosseum, maybe? I don't know. I don't like this world very much. I like it more than Kingdom Hearts 1 version because this time it's actually a world, but still, it's not particularly my favorite in this game. I like the Kingdom Hearts 3 version of this world though. Still, not my favorite in that game, but it's actually kind of close because the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 are all pretty good actually. They're pretty equal in quality. So this is definitely not where I'm supposed to be either, is it? Am I supposed to talk to you? Ah, that's what we need to do. At the Colosseum that's broken. Oh, we actually do it over here. That makes a lot more sense. And with explosion, this actually is not too difficult. There's also no timer involved or anything, so I literally just need to do this for a long time until all of them are gone. How many more do I need to absolutely obliterate? They just keep spawning. Is this endless? This might actually be endless and not what I'm supposed to do at all. I'm starting to think that might be the case. Isn't this what we did first time when we entered the Colosseum? Why is this here if this is not at least gonna give me a reward? It can't be endless, right? Because why would it be? That being said, they do keep spawning for way longer than is reasonable for a non-endless type of challenge. Yeah, this doesn't really have a high score to it, so let's do this one, because if it's got a high score, it's gotta have an ending. So hopefully this is what we're supposed to do. I don't even think it is. But you know what? Might as well. It's just a minute and a half. Let's have some fun. About 400, that's not bad. Quit. This is definitely not what we're supposed to be doing. But it was fun! Okay, now let's go back to the story. Oh, we're just supposed to examine this board. That's slightly embarrassing. We're not just supposed to talk to this board, we're supposed to talk to Pain and Panic? I never know which one is Pain and which one is Panic. I think the pink one is Pain and the blue one is Panic? Could be the other way around, I have no idea. Honestly, don't care much either. Oh, we are forced into a tournament. This can only go well with the randomizer. At least, I don't think this is a tournament which has the same issue that the other one did, which is, in this tournament, I think we can actually switch between randomizers between rounds because we go back to the hub between every single round because it's like a story-based thing and there's suspension and suspension and suspense. Those are two different words, aren't they? Huh. Never really realized that they're so similar. And the emulator crashed, so we're going to reload with a different ISO for round 2 of the tournament. This time the emulator did not crash. Let's hope that we can actually finish this round. Because after this, I think we literally only have... This is supposed to be the semi-final, so after there's only one round left. And then the fight against Hades itself, of course, which is going to be randomized, hopefully, because the other boss fight we did today was not randomized. And I really do need a thumbnail, so please be something interesting. Oh look, it's Story Boy! This is why I like Glide so much, especially in combination with aerial dodge, because you can just fly. Especially in this map, and then the second to last map in The World That Never Was. It's really satisfying to just like fly, touching the roof, while everything spawns beneath you but can't actually touch you. This on the other hand, going upwards, not as satisfying. Going downwards actually is pretty much the same feeling. It's very satisfying to see the map, the walkway go downwards faster than you're actually descending, if that makes any sense. This is going to be an issue, because I see some sorcerer blocks, which means that they got spawned as an enemy, but without the sorcerer there, I can't actually defeat those, I don't think. So, yeah, that's going to be slightly problematic. Maybe if I protect, I can... Nope, nope, I cannot. These are just going to be hanging out here. And there's not much I can do about it. Other than apply a different randomizer. I just realized the way to fix the not being satisfied thing is with the skateboard, because you can just do this and it's a lot more satisfying than just running up, I'll tell you that much. This seems a lot more beatable, gonna be honest with you. It also seems a lot more easy. I don't think there's a single actually difficult enemy in here. Maybe the dude in the plane is... Okay, you're a little bit tricky, and then we've also got the gambler dude, which is... I mean, you would be tricky if you're not T-posing. And then the gambler dude, those are a little bit annoying as well. Mummies, could be worse, I suppose, and... Oh no. That's not all of them. We got an issue. I guess the next patch... We really haven't had this bullcrap where we needed to reload so often for a single fight in a while. Which might be part of the reason that last episode was also fairly short, I want to say. But then again, I did need to reload a couple of times. So maybe that's not anything to do with it at all. Okay, this time around, hopefully we'll just be able to defeat literally every single enemy around. That's not the move I wanted to use, but honestly, kind of works. I swear to... Man, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 a little bit lately, and that's mixing me up so much with the square, the circle and X button. Because obviously, this is the Japanese version of the game I'm playing, because it's the Final Mix version for the PS2, which means that the attack button is mapped to circle and not to cross or X or whatever you like to call it, and I figured this would happen. It's literally my last chance because it's the last randomization patch I have. After that we need to use the clean ISO, which we haven't had to do in even longer. I feel like this is not going to help. I want to point that out right now. We're going to run into the exact same issue we have up until now, but I need to try it anyway, right? And if this doesn't cut out, well, I've defeated more enemies here in the different randomization variations so far than would have spawned anyway, so I feel like I'm kind of justified in just like going, okay, never mind. Thanks. Thanks a lot for that. Giving me guard. Pretty sure I already got that from the start of the game, because I might actually not have. You get dodge roll from the start of the game, but maybe not guard. Not going to use it either way. It's Leon! Again! We might as well change the name for this series into Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Leon version. Because actually he's probably going to change into a different boss fight now. I just realized. And it's... I don't know what the name of this enemy is actually, but it's this dude. Which is going to be significantly more annoying because he's going to go out of bounds in an instant. Is he? Is he going to stay inbounds? Is that how you call it? Inbounds? He might actually. I don't know. Usually his arena is a lot bigger than the arena we're fighting in right now. And those actually do deal damage to him. That is good to know. But it seems like he's going to just stay in the arena, which is really good for us because that means... this is actually an easier fight than he usually would be, because part of the difficulty in this fight usually would be the fact that his arena is so damn large and that he goes across it very, very quickly. But obviously that's not as much of an issue right now for us. Right? So we can use another thunder. Who cares? And we're already halfway through his HP, so at least we've got a thumbnail, don't we? I just need to figure out what the hell this name... his name is, because I don't know what the name of this enemy is. And the thing is going to keep feeding me information that I need to use the Aura Spheres to attack Hades, because obviously it hasn't registered that I've used that yet, because I haven't had literally Hades with it, because Hades isn't here. Just thunder him to death. That is okay. Now you're being a quick boy. I think just using thunder on him until he dies is literally the best way for me to defeat him, because he's still rather quick. A little bit too quick for me to actually catch up on. And it seems like, doesn't he usually also have a... doesn't he like drop orbs, which you can use to disable him after a while with a gauge? I think he does. That's not a thing in this version of the fight, so... we're gonna have to do this with good old brute force. Which actually isn't that much of an issue, as you can clearly see. Maximum HP and MP increase. I think my max MP at this point in the game is higher than it would ever be in Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2. I've gotten so many MP upgrades and not a lot of HP upgrades, admittedly, but I don't really need that. I think that's a pretty good item. Just too bad that I cannot actually fucking equip it. I'm gonna try. Next episode. I don't know. This episode might also be a little bit shorter, but it's just the length of these worlds, man. New episode added. It's probably just a tournament. I don't really care about. The length of these worlds really aren't very useful for me, because they're not exactly half of the length they were before. They're more like a third. So doing 2 gets me about 2/3 the way through an episode. Which means that 3 would actually get me all the way through. So they're not actually a third. They're more like 2/5. I'm just gonna get out of here before I make a fool of myself even more. Next episode we're going to do 3 episodes. Next episode we're just going to be doing 1 episode, but 3 worlds. We're going to be doing the last 3 remaining worlds, and then the episode after that we're going to do the entirety of Twilight Town and the world that never was. So there's only 2 more episodes in this series for the time being, because after that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a completed save file, and I'm going to do a episode with... I don't know how I'm going to do... Oh, I also have to do the second visit to the Tron world, so maybe... Okay, so maybe we have like 4 or 5 episodes left, never mind. I thought we were getting very close, but we're probably going to do Agrabah, Halloween Town next episode, then Pride Lands, and the Tron world, and potentially just Sephiroth together with that. And then we're going to have a fairly lengthy episode, likely, going through the world that never was. Then I actually... I don't know what the order of this is, right? But I do want to download a 100% completed save file to put into the emulator and go into the Cavern of Remembrance, and maybe not the Cavern of Remembrance themselves, but I want to go through the data organization and see what they turn into. And I obviously also want to go be whatever Lingering Will turns into. Talking about which, we haven't run into Lingering Will, like, in a long time. I'm very, very scared, because if we run into him now, I really don't have a reason not to fight him, because we're at the point where he's probably kind of beatable at this point, right? I'm just stalling for time so that this episode actually reaches about half an hour. Can you tell? I'll see you back next time. Bye.